Coach, I know you like this move.
I love it.
I love it. I love your beard too, man. What's popping?
Yeah, man. I've been working hard, bro. So let's just get to it. First of all, how have you been? It's good to see you.
Good. I can't complain. Good.
Good.
Yeah. Back from West Virginia. It feels good.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh! Nah, man. Coach. There you go.
Can you hear me?
Someone called you, huh?
Yeah, somebody called me. Somebody
Yeah.
called me. Hold on.
All right.
I got to tell him, don't call me.
All right, man. You got the floor. Tell me why you like this move.
All right. I love the move for what it does for us long term, not what it does for us immediately. Obviously, we're going to get caught up in what the season does for us, but we just have to not understand where we were 24 hours before this move. We have a backup quarterback in Jimmy. He's our backup, guys, okay? I understand that we want to run back the hands of time, but for what it is, he was our hurt former starting player who was our backup and
not fully prepared for the season. You know what I'm saying?
Fully prepared for the season.
Right.
Those were the reasons why we were saying we were losing some of those games. Come on. Let's keep our eye on the ball.
Rusty in Denver, all that. Yep.
Rusty in Denver, all of that stuff. And right now, we were giddy about our injury reports 24 hours before this.
Right.
About being prepared for Kansas City.
Yep.
So what CMC does for us long term is it makes our offense actually honest. You have to, for what we do. I'm tired of arguing about what we don't get out of this offense when Jimmy G is the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
mm-hmm.
What we don't get is we don't get downfield throws. We get 50% out of what Brandon Ayuk can do. We get 50% more physicality and abuse on Deebo Samuel.
Correct.
We get shorter routes from George Kittle, and he's strapped to the line of scrimmage to be an extra blocker because we have to run the ball more because defenses don't play us honest because they're not honorable to Jimmy G's arm. So let's come on. We've been here.
That's
okay?
True.
So what happens with us year after year is let's go back to our successful offensive performances, and that's when we have speed that can get to the outside via the run game. That's what our offense lacks. That's what our offense is great at when we are successful, i.e. Breida, Mostert. We found it in Elijah Mitchell, and then he got hurt. We lost games, and then Deebo Samuel came and saved the day. And now Elijah Mitchell is hurt, and we don't have outside presence to get the ball out.
Deebo's not working.
And Deebo's not working because they see it coming. And defenses are crowding us on the offensive line, which is young, inexperienced, and injured. So we need more speed to actually make offensive honor us. So that's the immediate, right?
Cool.
In the long term, I think that this does wonders for Trey Lance because that's where CMC is really going to be.
That's the big, assuming they can keep him healthy, that's definitely the big positive here.
Exactly. That's the positive that I'm looking at. If we don't win a Super Bowl in a vacuum
window,
in a window,
this year, next year,
I don't care.
So is it fair to say that Kyle's his new mission statement is win a Super Bowl this year, next year? You got to.
No, I think that Kyle's mission statement is we're going to do everything physically possible to win as much as we can for every season we play. For every season we play, this is what we're going to do for this season, but it helps us long term. He's not going to go on free. This isn't a Von Miller deal where we get him and then he's out the door and we gave up picks because of him. That's not what this is. He's going to be.
See, I actually would have liked this deal if that's what it was. If they'd given up just a third and a fourth and they were like, you know what, we may keep him long term, but we reserve the right for this to be a 1-year rental, I'd be like, okay, that's smart. Because he's a running back, and you don't even know if you're going to keep him healthy the whole year. But this is, it's not. I mean, it's a huge risk. But I mean, you got to respect him for at least taking a swing. Yeah.
Let me say this: the same way you can parse it as 3rd and 4th round picks, we got 3 compensatory picks from our minority hires out of
and D'Amico's coming up.
Mike McDaniels. Salah and D'Amico's coming up.
He's next.
Talking about money, but Jimmy G is about to be off the books, and we're about to get a bump in the salary cap. Like, guys, we're okay. This is a move for us to attack.
Also, the Niners aren't a big-time free agent destination because of California and the Bay, and I think they know that. So if you want to get players, like you trade for them, that kind of thing.
And I got to be honest, I hate to kind of like flex, but nobody makes shit happen on day 3 of the draft like we do.
Fair.
And
no one throws away day 1 and day 2 picks like the Niners do. So in that sense, I mean, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So
just keep them healthy, Kyle. Just keep them healthy, man, and then you're good.
I get it. Yes, all of the elephants in the room, the health. They gotta win now. They got everything. Yeah. No excuses. But ultimately, what I see is, if we're being practical, what I see is Kyle and John sitting down and saying, "Look, we can't do this again. All right, are we really gonna be Elijah Mitchell injury from stalling the offense again?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think this is a good move. And, we got different demons because we have a loaded roster. We're not a team that every team uses their picks differently to get done what they need to get done to win. And we're using our picks to solidify our team because we already have a team.
But all I'm saying, though, is like the question is, why are the Niners so injury prone? Well, you see, they just traded so much for a guy who has an injury history. Clearly, they don't care about availability or durability. Like, they care about speed and explosion, and they feel if you get hurt, man, that's football. You can't predict it. So if you have that attitude, you're going to be injured a lot. Doesn't mean that Christian McCaffrey's going to get injured, but I feel like this is just a microcosm of how the Niners do business.
Well, let me just say this. There's a guy on YouTube in Baltimore who's saying the same thing. There's a guy on YouTube and another team who's saying the same thing. Their injuries happen, man. I mean, and they happen all the time.
It's just that they happen to the Niners more than the rest of the league most of the time.
Say that again?
It's just that they happen to the Niners more than the rest of the league most of the time. Like this year, they have the most injuries. Two years ago, they had the most injuries.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. You can't love the calling card of our team and get upset at the fact that we get injured.
The calling card of the team is to be physical, right?
We are.
But to me, but hold on. So Harbaugh had a physical team too, but I was there for those training camps. He really trained those people to be physical and tough. Kyle's training camps are training you to be fast and explosive. Fast and explosive. 90-minute practices, a lot of running, not a lot of contact. At least that's the way I see it. So it's like you want to be that physical team. Yeah.
Those teams were also physical in a physical league too.
That's true. I don't know how much the CBA has changed in the last 10 years. I know there's been a new collective bargaining agreement. Maybe you can't practice for 2 hours and 45 minutes in training. I think you can, though. Because the way I always see it is like, look, you're preparing for football games. Those are 3-hour games. You need to have 3-hour practices. Kyle's 90-minute practices. And then he comes up week 1 and the team falls apart in the second half. It's like, dude, that's why Harbaugh had 3-hour practices every day. I mean, I'm no expert. I just watched how he did it.
You upset. I'm going to say something that's going to make you upset. For all of the people that talk about the players that Coach Kaczmarek, what he does with all of the players on defensive line, I think that Kyle's like, you know what? I don't get enough credit for what I do with all of these backs that we just find out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like I get bashed for not turning 3rd-round picks into bell cow backs.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time that I get a guy. Maybe I get a guy now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying? Kyle Shanahan, you're a genius. Christian McCaffrey, you're the greatest. Let's see something exciting because this offense has been super stale, and I'm in favor of exciting offense. Let's see it. I want to see it.
Yeah.
Stuff, Coach.
I'm excited for the season, man. It was
good to see you, man. Sorry I didn't do the Cohn phone last couple of weeks. I was in West Virginia. It's terrifying. If you're from West Virginia, I take it back, but
bro, I'm on location. I'm working. So
dude, I'm from Oakland, and like there's some rough neighborhoods in Oakland. And I've never been as scared walking into a bar as I walked in just some random bar in West Virginia. Everyone looked at you like, "Oh, you're not from West Virginia." I'm like, "Yep, I was leaving. Sorry, I took a wrong
went to
turn."
University in Huntington, West Virginia.
Oh,
so
okay,
I was there for 5 years.
So you know.
Oh yeah, it's a different type of breed up in West Virginia.
Everyone wearing camo inside like they just about to start hunting. I'm like, "Am I? You hunting me?"
Oh no, camo is formal wear in West Virginia.
Yeah, that's what I was like, whoa, we were inside, guys. Yeah. Good stuff, man. Later.
All right, bro.